Hi, folks. How's it going?
I have spent a lot of time just trying to get through one isekai.
Through
What
one
is
what?
isekai?
Oh, isekai. Nice.
Yeah, it's about an American who got summoned into the fantasy world.
Oh, are you doing research?
No, not with that one.
Ah, that one's just for funsies.
Yeah, they have knights who are empowered by their magic called vigor. They have warlocks who are
Hmm.
empowered by normal magic, and he is a summoner.
Nice.
Who they have two types. They have hot summoner and a cold summoner. A hot summoner summons creatures.
Not the way I thought
Um,
that was gonna go, but
yeah.
interesting.
And a
Yeah.
cold summoner summons weapons. He's considered the weakest one,
Hmm.
except that he's an American. The weapons he
Oh,
summons,
are the guns?
oh yes.
Hell yeah.
He is up to
Hell
World
yeah.
War II technology now.
I love that for him. All
It's
right.
now, yeah, it's fun.
I lost my pencil. There it is. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Between the Prose. It's been a hot second since we've been here.
Hello.
Hello. Does anybody have any questions about where we're at and what we were doing?
Yes, all of the questions, but I have one of those weird memories.
Cool beans. Great. Also, happy end of Pride Month and last Pride stream for Vibe Tribe Productions for this month. Next month, we'll start a whole bunch of new Pride streams.
Because when we have this many LGBTQ and this many allies, every stream is a pride stream.
Yep, that was the joke I wanted to make, but brain no work today. Okay, so hello everybody. How's everybody's month been? How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Better.
What, Maximus?
Could be better, but I'm now on the first day of July, so my month June has ended.
I'm sorry. Rip in peace.
I'm okay.
Yay! Well, at least there's been no snake update, right?
No.
Yep. All right. So last we left off, there was a whole bunch of floral iconography. Also, Connor's going to be like 30 minutes late, so there's that. There was a whole bunch of floral iconography. We made it to the castle of Klaus's world and started having a grand old party. Quill killed somebody. Mordau went off on his own to break and enter into places and had an accomplice in the form of Skippy the goat. Connor got taken to a secondary location, and Kundar followed Connor to the secondary location and did a pretty sick ass smoke screen, which was great. Anything else anybody would like to add on to that?
I killed her with a flower.
You killed her with a flower with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
After she was being so nice to you. And no, I'm not salty about that at all.
She was being too nice. She was probably the bad guy.
Right, yeah, because people can't just be nice. It's okay. It's alright. Okay. I did want to say that before we started this session, I struggled with myself very heavily in preparing this session on whether or not to just gaslight all of you. And Will can attest to that because Will saw those messages that I sent to myself.
Do it.
Nope, I'm not gonna. I've told you all too much. All right. As we open our session, we are in Klaus's seaside coastal kingdom of Karen, whatever the fuck I called it before. My pronunciation changes at each and every stream. We'll see what happens in this one. Our party is split, as they so often do in times such as these. Love is currently behind closed doors in a locked study with Larissa and Matthias, who Larissa is sharing the story of how everybody got to where they are in this world. Rainier has stepped outside and is now blocking the door of the study from Kundar, who, as I mentioned before, set off that sweet-ass smoke bomb. And Quill...
Fog cloud. Sorry,
yeah,
fog cloud.
Nah, you're cool. Quill was running up an endless staircase that just cut back onto itself several times. I can't talk yet. That's so on par. Trailing after the fleeting silks and dress of the woman that he just killed in cold blood out in the courtyard. And Mordau successfully breaking into the door at the end of a never-ending hallway is laying on his back, staring up into the darkness of the room. Who wants to go first?
I guess I will.
Okay, cool. Where we left off is Quill. You make it to the landing and find the door to the next level just within your reach. You look behind yourself and you find that the staircase looks normal, despite having traveled up what seems to be 1,000 steps at this point. What would you like to do?
Bend over and weave, or heave.
Okay.
Reach for my water skin, but
Okay.
it's just my flask.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit down.
Okay.
If I just ran up 1,000 stairs, so no, I'm sitting down.
Yeah. No, yeah, seems accurate.
I have a Constitution 13.
Yeah. The door that the mysterious dress passed through is closed tightly, and there is no movement that you can see underneath the door. You can see that it is well lit beyond that passage, but you have no idea where it goes or what is potentially hiding in that room.
How do my legs feel?
You said that you have a constitution of what? 13?
13.
What's your strength?
8.
Jelly. Absolute jello. How much of your alcohol have you had from your water skin?
Well, it's just a flask. I forgot to bring my water skin entirely into Fantasy World.
You know what happens. So like 4 ounces, 16 ounces. Are you Googling how big a flask is and how many fluid ounces it holds?
Considering my flask, I've had about 4 to 6 ounces.
Cool. All right. You feel vaguely refreshed. It might just be the alcohol hitting your system, though.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, my flask is bigger on the inside.
Yeah. They so often are in fantasy games. And we love that.
Finite. It is finite, but it is bigger on the inside.
We just haven't found the bottom of it yet.
Oh, I have. It's 64 ounces. It is a half-gallon of booze.
Perfect.
It is enough to let me forget this day.
Valid. All right, you are refreshed. Do you just want to stay here and take a break for a little bit?
I'm going to attempt to cast Message
Okay.
to Maximus.
Okay. You
You
may
mean
certainly
Kunda?
do that.
Quindar, yeah.
Yeah, if you try for Maximus, that might be a little bit out of the range of the spell.
I don't know that. They're right
We
there.
don't know that. We don't know that. You're right. You're right.
Bloody hell. Be careful on the stairs. They go on for a while. You there?
Do I hear anything?
Erica, roll me a d20. Please and thank you. Yep. The message gets through. And Kundar hears that in his mind.
Okay. Am I able to talk back to them or not really?
You should be
are?
able to message. Is it 25 words?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say say like where I am, who's with me, what's happening and stuff, and say like, try find us because we are in deep water.
Oh, bollocks. Mordau, are you kidding me?
Do I hear any messages?
With a 19, I would say that you also are able to hear Dan.
I'm hearing this as I'm like rubbing my tinderbox onto the ground in
Mhm.
front of the door to get my trap put together. And I'm like, bit busy. When you hear the boom, that's probably where I'm coming from.
They have love.
Yeah, well, I'm stuck in a magic door. So when they come get me,
And I'm stuck in a magic fucking stairwell.
right, that's where I was before. And I got in this room.
Alright, let me see if my key works. As I try to stand and cannot,
Mhm.
I will army crawl my way to the door.
Okay.
And I will try an unconventional knock spell.
Okay.
It is unconventional because it is not knock, it is thunderwave.
Okay. All right. Any particular reason why?
Because, first of all, from this position, I can barely reach the door handle.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Quite valid. All right. So you cast Thunderwave on this door. I'm not going to make you roll anything because it bursts open. It's a flimsy wooden door. And inside is just a simple dark room illuminated by one candle on kind of the wall next to the door, which, as the force of your thunder wave explodes the door into this small room, the candle is snuffed out.
Huh. That candle is obscured.
Yeah.
Well then. Love was wearing a locket, wasn't she?
Probably.
From her
Most
from her
likely.
BF.
From Delta, probably.
I cast locate object.
Okay. Read me the spell for that again, please.
An object that I have seen, and up to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Why don't you? Okay, never mind. I'm
You're not there. You can't backseat game.
Mm-mm.
So, you can ask questions though. Okay. Strangely, you feel a slight ping in your mind. My theory about locate object is like when you're playing Hades 2 and you get that little like ding at the end of the combat, and then that little white light shines to the resource that you gather in that stage. It's like that. So you get that little ding and feel yourself kind of get a notification about 12:30, 1 o'clock in front of you.
Like a dowsing rod.
Yeah.
At what range?
Oh, that's right. You get to know your range.
It's within
It's
the bounds. Okay.
Yeah, it's right on the edge of that, so it's probably maybe like. Oh no! What am I thinking? No, that would be an exceptionally huge castle. It's probably maybe like 500 feet away from you, actually. Still a long ways away, but
Being unable to stand back up, I'm just going to crawl straight in the direction
okay.
of the ping. And I would like to use the secret door in front of me that the castle didn't know it had, as I start casting Eldritch Blast and tunneling through the wall.
I'm trying to think of how logistically I can make this work for you.
It'll take time. It'll take a lot of time.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna come
HP.
back to you on that one.
That is fair.
Okay. Dan, since you're next on the computer screen, let's go to you. You said that you were taking your tinderbox and you're rubbing it against the floor in front of the door.
Yes.
Kindly tell me about that, please.
So my thing is,
Uh-huh.
you know what you like flick your matches off of. I'm getting that, and I'm rubbing it against the floor.
Right.
So whatever strikes against it,
Okay.
will ignite.
Okay. All
And
right.
then I'm getting all my matches, and I'm finding a way. How would I find a way? Let me see what I got. I was looking through all my stuff. I was like, what I'm wanting to do. Let's see what's in my explore spec that I could put in there. swear there was something that I had. I'm trying to Home Alone it.
Okay.
By where is it? Old England. Let's see. Okay, I use a dagger to to carve a little bit and put the matches on there. And I'm gonna put my backpack right there at the doorway
Okay.
and put all my ingredients together.
What's your passive perception, by the way?
I think it's 12.
Okay. As you're doing all of this, you hear a familiar voice say from behind you, Morda, what are you doing?
We're gonna need to stay away from the door.
Morda, why are you trying to blow up my door?
I'm trying to rescue you. I spent the last maybe half hour trying to get into this room because they locked you in here through arcane magic.
Who locked me in here?
Have you tried leaving once?
Yes.
And were you able to get out?
Yes.
I wasn't able to come in here. They have like a weird glyph or something on there.
Mordo, I was getting dressed.
Well, there's some shit going on down there. I'm pretty sure the doctors are here.
Like my doctors?
Yes. Yes.
How do you know?
There were people hanging around what's his name that they didn't really want to introduce, and they seemed very much like they were carrying themselves exactly like the doctors you described.
Were they wearing their masks?
Were they wearing their masks? Or things that were still
They were
wearing?
not. There was nobody wearing anything resembling Plague Doctor masks.
No, they weren't, but I mean, at the same time,
they were wearing masks, just different masks.
They were wearing
masks.
Yes.
Yeah. But they weren't wearing Plague Doctor masks.
They weren't wearing Plague Doctor masks.
They were not.
No, but shit's gone down. Love's gone.
What do you mean love's gone?
Those guys, they did something. I don't know where they're at, but I know that they're going to try to come up here to get you.
No, we can stop. Okay, Morda, I think you're just confused, and I think you're scared. And I
try
think
to
we
open
can...
the door.
Okay. You open the door. You see a hallway.
Why weren't you able to hear my knocks?
I don't know.
I knocked a lot. I made a window.
I mean, I was kind of lost in thought. Maybe I just didn't hear, like I wasn't listening.
Do I see my window that I put on the side of the corridor?
You do. You also see Skippy.
Oh, Skippy. I told you to run. Bad goat. It's fine.
Borealis goes, no, don't tell him he's a bad goat.
I told him it's fine.
Goat.
Pete potentially was going to die. I was going to booby trap the door. Those bad guys were going to come here, open the door, and they were going to blow up. We were going to be able to get out of here better. But you know what? I guess I'm just going to save this for another rainy day.
Mordo, have you been drinking?
Not as much as usual, no.
Oh,
I've kind of been busy. I climbed up the tower.
you climbed up the tower?
Yes. Because of the lock.
Why?
Because of the arcane lock.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
So
how
the
does that work for you?
The door was locked, and so you climbed up the side of the building?
No, the whole like in the sense of the door was able to get busted down, and there was a hallway and another door, and it kept on kind of repeating. Is that how your locks work? I guess you don't. I guess you don't know that.
Are you sure you're okay, Mordau?
All right, you know what? Well, you can't bust
I read
doors
books
down.
about some like psychoactive plants. Have you like had any weird mushrooms or like leaves that you didn't recognize recently?
Nope.
Huh. Any like stagnant salt water?
Can I make a wisdom check to see if this is actually Borealis?
You can. I'm trying to think of what skill that would actually be. I would probably think like investigation. And I would like you to tell me how you were trying to investigate this.
I'm going to
Erica, how dare you? Erica, absolutely how dare you?
I'm gonna say
During Pride Month and everything.
Well, nobody's tried to investigate me yet.
I'm gonna say Borealis, I need you to swing at that wall.
What?
I need you to swing at the wall
You want
and
me
imagine it's those doctors.
You want me to throw a punch at the stone
Nope.
wall?
Where's your mace?
And she turns around and her very long dress kind of swishes behind her. And she goes to an armoire that she had, and she opens it, and then laying up against the wall in that armoire is her mace, and she hefts it up, and to her touch, it starts to glow. And she walks back over to Mordau and says, "Here?"
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to go out of the door. I'm gonna lock it and you're gonna hit the door.
I don't want to break my door down, Mordau.
If it works exactly how I said it would, it's not gonna break it down.
Okay, but what if it doesn't? And what if then you get hurt?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Worst things comes to worst, the castle may become not structurally sound, and this wing just falls
And
down.
I really don't want to do this.
But it probably won't do that because I busted it down a couple of times, and I almost actually planned to do that earlier, but I was like, no, that's probably not going to work.
Mordau, this is going to be my home, and I don't want to like cause immense property damage to my home.
Again, I don't know. I'm not trying to rush you to convince you because I kind of am. But again, one of my compatriots and a friend that you know is currently kidnapped by people.
Let's go
I
find
need to convince you that he can't be trusted by you busting that door down with that mace.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Fine.
All right. Bust this
It's
door
going
down.
to convince me whatever you're trying to convince me about Klaus.
What do you mean? That they're hiding you behind these arcane locks and you might just be stuck here? You didn't even know how they worked.
Nobody's hiding me from anything. I chose this room.
Right, and you knew that it worked like that? What if the castle was on fire? I couldn't get to you. You couldn't hear me.
There was a deadbolt. I latched the deadbolt on the lock. There's no magic.
I busted that door like 3 times. Skippy was my witness.
All right, fine. Mordo, if I break down this door for you, can I just go to the party and have a fun night?
100%.
And can you just maybe drink some water and chill in a quiet room for a little while?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
After,
you.
of course, we rescue Love.
Sure. We can find Klaus, we can ask him to help us get Love, and then we can all just go drink some water and chill in a nice quiet room.
100%.
Okay. All right. So she holds her mace.
I close the door.
She steps out of the room and you close the door.
I lock it.
Should I now
Can I hear anything?
roll perception? Oh yeah, you can hear her. She's slightly muffled because it's a door, but you can hear her clear as day.
Do you see the arcane symbols on the door?
What arcane symbols?
The flowers.
That I see, I guess some peeling, some chipping paint.
No. They're like glowing.
They're not glowing, Mordau. I mean, my mace is glowing, but the
Right.
paintings aren't glowing. Do you still want me to break down the door?
I don't know if it's working anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's go find Love.
Can we go to the bar? Okay. All right. You, God, the desire in me to be like, you can't open the door now. You open up the door. You step out into the hallway. And Borealis is there, and in this more well-lit area, you're able to see her dress. It's very pretty. And I'm pulling up the picture I made for it. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a cold shoulder with a high neckline and a cutout above her chest area. It has layers on it, and it sparkles like starlight. And as you come out of her room, she says, I just need to grab my mask and then we can go. And she goes back into her room and she retrieves her mask. And then with it in her hand, she walks down the hallway with you, and she pats Skippy on his head as she passes him by.
Wonder what Quill is. Only you could locate an object on mirror. Borealis.
She turns, yeah?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking.
Okay.
Also, I feel like considering Love is kidnapped.
I don't think she's kidnapped, Mordau. I know that you don't like Klaus.
Why would Quill and Matt
wouldn't kidnap her?
Why would Quill and Quindar lie to me like that then?
They're not even here.
They messaged me.
They sent it up like a
spell.
letter? Why? How are you all able to do spells so easily.
I mean, I can't. I usually have to have Quill with me to cast spells, but they know little things that they whisper and things happen.
Oh, what did they say?
What all did Quill tell me when I was trying to say, "Oh, I'm gonna set a bomb"?
That Love's been kidnapped.
Okay. Any specifics?
Get here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Really just that Love been kidnapped and we need a rush. But I feel like if we just show up and you're in exactly what they expect you to be in, then it's gonna make whatever evil stuff that they're planning easier.
What do you mean me show up in exactly what they want me to be in?
I was thinking you put on half my mask and you put on my robe.
But I like my dress.
Yeah, I know, but also
I'm gonna wear my
security.
dress?
I wasn't really planning on it. Maybe I was gonna see if Quill or Quindar could disguise themselves as you. That was one of my thoughts, but they're not close by right now.
Mordau, I need you to explain to me what it is you don't like about Klaus and why, frankly, you are so mean to him.
Okay, so really current things going on. I had 3 friends that were not kidnapped or in potential danger before we came into Klaus's domicile, and now I am down to 2 friends and 1 kidnapped in Klaus's domicile. So that's not a good track record. And for 2, really, I feel like he's just going to use you as some sort of blood cow, and that's not okay.
What does that mean?
I just mean it's weird that he went to rushing so fast to kind of confirm his suspicions and cure his blindness. And now he's got you in this castle with could potentially keep even a giantkin from coming to help you through magic. So it's just a little
Mordo,
bit.
I think you're getting the wrong impression about things.
Okay.
Klaus didn't go to my room in the inn. I went to him.
Okay.
I wanted to be with Klaus. And after I saw what you had done to his finger,
I retouched it.
You didn't, though. You
did.
really didn't.
I did.
Mordau, Klaus saved me from that lighthouse. Klaus saved me from the life that I had been living, just sitting up there and waiting for these 2 masked people who would never give me kindness and took my blood and just kept me there locked away for so many years. And he was the one who took me away from that. And granted, you and Love and Quill and Kundar did that too, but
right, he didn't really fight
Klaus
those wolves.
was first. Well, I mean, Klaus was blind at the time, but that's besides the point. It could all just be a misunderstanding. And listen, we can go and find Klaus, and we can go and find Love, and I'm sure it's all just one big misunderstanding.
I feel like we find love, and then I think the quote unquote misunderstandings will become understandings, and I do not want to say I told you so, but I will instead use that energy on doing what I do best and cutting people in half.
Please don't, number one. And number two, my mistakes are mine to make.
Oh, of course.
I wasn't allowed to make mistakes for years and years and years.
Right. And that would be fine if it was like, say, letting Skippy poop on the bed or something like that. But again, like I said,
Skippy wouldn't do that. He's house trained.
Quill might be a drunk, but he's not a liar. He said that love is kidnapped. And so everything is now in anybody that I think was suspicious is a bad guy mode.
Okay. All right. I will go with you if for nothing else than to prove that love is okay and that Klaus isn't a bad guy.
Okay.
Okay. Erica in private chat saying
Quill's
technically
never lied
Quill
to
is also a
me.
liar.
That's what I meant.
I'm fairly certain Quill has lied to Mordau, but that's besides the point.
No, he didn't. That's not what Mordau thinks. He thinks he cast a spell. He used magic detection. That's what it's made him believe in magic. He's never wanted to cast magic before, and whenever that happened, he was like, all right, I have some magic in me.
Yep. Now I just have to get you to multi-class into Blade Singer.
Or turn it to Barbarian.
A Barbarian?
No, a Barbarian's ability to rage combined with a Blade Singing Wizard. And all the abilities that can overlap. Holy crap.
That's fair.
Yep. All right. Maximus, are you back or are you still AFK? We're still AFK. Okay. Oh,
nope.
No, we're back.
And we're back.
Yep.
Okay. So as Mordau and Borealis begin to move down that hallway, they reunite with Skippy, and they very easily walk down the stairs and join the castle proper. Klendar, you are standing outside of this study that Love is still inside of with Matthias and Larissa. Before you stands Rainier. He has just shut the door of the room that Love walked into. He watches you and he carefully smiles and lowers his voice, and he says, "That's a neat trick. How'd you do that?"
I have no ways.
Care to elaborate?
Nope.
I don't know why I expected anything different, but any side effects I gotta be careful of with that fog you created?
Nope.
No. All right. I mean, I've played with dry ice in my time. So any secret stash of that you got going on?
Nope.
Kondar, I'm gonna be real with you real quick. I just want to help. And I just want to keep people safe. I'm not a bad guy. So if you got dry ice, I'd love to play with some dry ice.
No, I don't have dry ice on me.
Alright. Cool. Alright. Well then, what brings you to this part of the castle? Not a whole lot partying going on in here.
More or less curious of why you got my compatriot in that room with those two.
Oh, Love. Oh, Larissa wanted to talk to her. That's all. Oh, I didn't introduce you to Larissa. So Larissa and her husband Matthias, they are Klaus's like special advisors. The three of us kind of make up his like inner court kind of thing. Larissa and Love got to talking about like books and shit like that, and Larissa loves books and stories, so just showing her the library. Or one of the libraries, rather.
Then you don't mind if I just chill here and just...
No, not at all. But do you want to stand like right here? Do you want to go inside? Do you want to see one of the other libraries that we have here? Do you want refreshments?
May I go inside?
Oh, absolutely. And he begins to kind of turn to the side, and you can see that he kind of brushes his knuckle up against the wood of the door as just a light signaling knock. And then he turns the handle and he opens the door for you.
Thank you. And mind you, I'm still disguised, like I'm not in my real form yet.
Yet. Okay. Yeah, he says, please, by all means, feel free to peruse the books.
Thank you. And he's looking at him like, I've got my eye on you.
Very like 90s action movie, like two people passing by each other, and it's that slow pan so that they can each get their like their stare down shot. And you head inside the room.
Yep.
Perfect. And Rainier follows you inside. And inside the room, just to pull up the map again, it's a lavish wood-adorned room with red furniture. You can see who you presume to be Matthias stationed up near the fireplace at the far end of the room, and then Larissa is standing kind of at this end table here, and Love is still somewhere kind of in the entrance area. But Larissa looks to you and then to Rainier and smiles as much as she can, kind of just in a friendly sort of way, and says, "Hello. I wasn't expecting other visitors at this time."
Greetings, I'm Kunda.
Lovely to make your acquaintance. I'm Larissa, and this is my husband, Matthias, and she motions over to him, and he kind of nods in greeting. To what do we owe this meeting with Rainier bringing you inside?
Just curious.
Oh, certainly. Yes, curious about the novels we have here. We have quite the catalog.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you trying to insight?
See if she's just trying to get my attention away from the fact that she brought Bob in here while there's a party going on.
Sure.
And that is a 14 on dice.
14, not bad, not bad. Do you have anything to add to it?
No.
No? Okay. Cool beans. I'm checking Connor's location. Okay. He should be here at any time now. Okay, cool. So, You can see that Larissa is being a little awkward, of course, but she's being genuine. You did catch her by surprise with your arrival, but she's not trying to be malicious. She's not trying to throw your scent in any direction. She's just trying to be a good host.
Then you don't mind if I take Love with me and go back to the ballroom?
Oh, not at all. But I would say that it is Love's choice whether or not she goes with
course.
you. But she's not being held captive here at all. She's
Of course,
free
you can
to come and
choose.
go as she pleases.
Up to her if she wants to come.
Should I call Connor and ask him if Love would go with Gundar?
Why not?
Why not? Let's do it.
Quill just casting Secret Tunnel.
How do you cast
Secret
Secret
Tunnel.
Tunnel?
Just casting Eldritch Blast over and over
Yeah.
again.
Oh, yeah, because that's the Eldritch Blast. Hello, yes, I know that you're driving. We're in the middle of game. And you're also on speakerphone. Okay. Quendar has infiltrated this study with Love, Larissa, and Matthias, and is trying to extricate Love. Would Love go with him back to the party?
Is this an openly visual invitation, or is this still being subtle and sneaky?
Yes. Kind of. There was a message spell that went out that said, "Hey, Love's been kidnapped."
If Love can see Quendar, would decline, but try. Keep Quendar close by, but where this goes.
Okay, thank.
Okay, well, I'm like 15 minutes from logging on.
Oh my god, that's so far away.
I know, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. Okay, bye.
That's okay.
Did any of that go through?
This all we?
This saw we.
I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, okay. That was pointless on my end then. Connor said that Love would politely decline being extricated from the study because she wants to see where this all goes, but she would like to keep Quendar close.
Okay then. Like, are we talking like just a couple of feet away, just staying, or
Just kind of like in the same general area as like a backup type situation.
yeah, he's just gonna just lean up against the wall and just be his devilish self.
Hell yeah, just posting up. All right. Larissa makes another look to Rainier and then goes back to trying to quietly address Love to finish their conversation that they were having. Which, when Connor gets here, I will probably do like a flashback and then cut to present, so that any information Connor would have gotten from Connor's scene could have gotten through. Anything else that you'd like to do, Maximus?
Nope.
Cool beans. In that case, we're gonna go back here and let's hang out with Quill again. What's Quill doing besides casting Eldritch Blast?
How many feet forward would you say I've got?
In my heart of hearts, I want to say like 2. But realistically, How are you casting Eldritch Blast? You don't have any levels in Warlock, but did you do the Bard thing where you can take something from another spellcaster's spell list?
I also have Magic Initiate.
There we go. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. I would say that it's probably.
If I'm saying I'm not making significant progress, considering, love is, what, 100 feet, 200 feet away?
It was like 400 feet. 500.
Wow, this place is, this building is huge.
It's very big.
Send a message back to Mordau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running down the stairs.
I need your help, mate. I know where love is, but I can't get there.
Don't worry, we're coming.
Wenda, don't react. Spark up conversation. Who's in the room?
Am I doing it telepathically or messaging, like speaking out loud?
I think message
You can
is
do telepathically. Yeah.
No. It is literally you speaking, and the words will be carried back to me.
Oh.
I see what you're doing.
So
It's
I've
puzzle
just
time.
forgot what. Larissa, might I ask, besides this kingdom, is there any other that would say not human?
Not human. I suppose that the kingdoms of the beasts in the forest and then there's in the sea would create their own type of kingdoms biologically, but if you're speaking for creatures that have consciousness like you and I, then no, they're only humans, save for perhaps a few parrots or birds that have learned to mimic speech.
Then you don't have anything by the way of people that have pointed ears as such?
Creatures like love or like Borealis. No,
Yes. So you're saying she's the only one?
the only one that we have seen for many, many years, yes.
Okay then.
Are you asking in a historic sense?
Yes.
Then perhaps it is pertinent that I repeat our story from earlier. Long ago, our continent was home to more than just humans. There were elves and nymphs that would exist in the waters and the mountains and the forests, in glades and anywhere that nature could be found. And over hundreds of thousands of years, they cohabitated and mated with humans and created more diversity in their species. However, when the gods decided to take away the power that they had given to the humans for their indiscretions. The humans of old became greedy and found that the elves and the nymphs and their offspring and their descendants carried a little touch of that magic godly blood inside of them. And so those species that had the magic ingrained in them were hunted to extinction just for a little touch of power that the humans wanted. And there aren't any more. Or that's what we all thought until earlier today when Klaus arrived back home with Borealis. And now that we see love, we know that there might be more descendants than perhaps we thought before. And I think love can attest to this, but we were giving her a warning because we want her to be safe. And we want Borealis to be safe. Because even though we love our king and we trust him, we know the damage that humans can cause because we are humans ourselves.
Okay, then what about say I'm not human? Per se.
Then our warning will extend to you as well.
Don't worry about me. I'm not gonna do something drastic.
No. You don't understand any inkling that you may not be human. You are in grave danger. And you all should run.
Then you don't mind if I take my compatriot and we head off?
As I said, she's free to leave, as are you.
Yeah, I'm gonna message back to Quill. We need to head out. Something's not right.
So just before that message, Will had heard Larissa, and then going into that, so Will only got the first few words. What wing of the building am I in?
I'm trying to remember because I didn't watch our last session today.
Okay.
Like a fool. If I remember correctly,
more now. I'm in insert this wing of the
like,
castle.
Yeah.
Have they started the milking yet?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, they did that in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
They milked the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
They were like, they're gonna milk us. And
isn't that a kids movie?
They just like put little syringes in their back of their turtle shells. But they were like, oh, that's just a thing Splinter says to scare us from the top side. Nobody's gonna milk us. And then they're like, you have the mutant ooze. Put them into the machine. And it's like this machine that has just needles. And they're like, oh no, he was right. We're gonna get milked.
I'd like to go on record and say that I have not watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and therefore I did not rip any of that
Of
script
course
off
not.
for this adventure. I just want to go on
I
record.
didn't think you did.
I just want to be milked.
Gross. Gross.
No.
Triggered.
Continuing the message.
Moving on.
Someone named Larissa is with her. No, games of telephone provide wonderful misinformation.
Yeah.
The only question is, was that woman who died from her own stupidity good or bad? Doesn't matter. She was dumb.
Who died of her own stupidity? Are you talking about Nightingale?
The person who decided to eat coriander.
It's the one who you shoved the Orlander into the mouth? Okay.
I don't remember any of that.
Of course. Cool. I knew I shouldn't have mentioned gaslighting at the beginning of this episode. That's on me. Anyway. Quill, what else are you doing? You heard the first 25 minutes of that monologue I did. You're about 2 feet into the wall with your Eldritch Blasts.
Since I'm not able to get through this stone efficiently, I'm just like crawl over to like a bookshelf or a table or a chair and try to get my legs back under me. Because body surfing down the stairs is going to be painful.
Okay. I would like to be clear that when you look down at the staircase, it was not 1,000 steps tall. It was like 50. But what you experienced was perpetual running up like 1,000 steps. But as you crawl around this room to try and find a chair or something to rest at to get your feet under you, as you said, roll investigation for me, please.
Okay. 17.
Perfect. You feel a heavy fabric that is kind of like falling onto the floor and cooling on the floor. And as you touch it, you can feel that it is velvet and it has tassels on the end of the fabric.
Are my hands quite sticky in this velvet?
Nope. Your hands are dry.
And with this tassel, did my hand touch a boob?
No.
Okay.
You know, for somebody who claims that their bard isn't horny, like, this is quite that language. But no, it feels like a draped heavy fabric of like a curtain.
Oh. Most curtain rods are enough to support body weight, so I'd keep looking for a chair or a table.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. As you continue to look around, I'm going to continue going off of your 17. You don't find any furniture in this room still. You go around what feels like the entire perimeter of this of this small room. And every time you reach out to the lengths of your range of motion, you just feel that same velvet material with the tassels at the end, the corded tassels.
I have dark vision, so if this room is just dark, I'd be able to see across the room. So what is going on?
Mm. Are you able to see through? You know what? I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to look it up myself. I'm not going to dox myself in this.
I do not have devil sight.
Nope, I don't.
This room is filled with illusions. I do a 17 for that.
Okay, I have my answer.
Still running.
Morda's just going.
Keep up, Borealis. Keep up.
Borealis just
We've
holding
got to
her
stop him.
skirts. I'm not gonna run. I can't run.
The milking might have already started.
What do you mean the milking? That's concerning to me.
Well, you should be. Everyone should be concerned.
I don't drink milk.
Well, it's not
it
up
hurts
to you.
My tummy.
It's not up to you.
Borealis is a lactose intolerant queen, I have decided.
As she should be.
As she should be. Oh, side note, do you guys want to see my awesome hat?
I almost got an awesome hat today. It was gonna
You're
be
wearing an awesome hat.
It was gonna be an eyeball from Meow Wolf.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is my hat that I wear at work now.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
It's quite fun. I like that one. It has embroidered flowers.
I do
on
like
it.
that one too.
Yeah. You know what? Hat game.
It's okay.
Maximus, you want to put on a hat?
I don't have a hat.
Oh
rip.
no. I'll send one to you.
It'll be okay. Connor doesn't wear hats either.
I picked up this hat just because my hair is getting at that very awkward stage where it doesn't want to do anything I tell it to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So-
Welcome to growing your hair out.
Yes.
So sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So with nothing else, I try and pull on the curtain rod to see if I can get myself up and get my legs underneath me.
Okay. Roll a athletics check for me, please.
Yes.
An 18. Perfect. There we go.
Holy shit.
It's the luck of the gods. You are able to pull yourself up on the hi Connor. You're able to pull yourself up via the curtain. And as you stand again, the wood floor of this room creaking under your newly shifted weight, you breathe a sigh of relief and you can feel a slight breeze coming from behind this curtain that you have used to stand up with.
Peeking behind the curtain. Show me what's behind your DM screen.
Do you want to see what's behind my DM screen? Okay. You see another, kind of like a broom closet, mudroom type situation, with faint light in the shape of a rectangle on a wall. And you can hear the sounds of commotion from behind that seemingly door.
I want to pull this curtain as taut as I can to one side and try to like stuff it like anywhere that I can get it to a fix. And if there's nothing there, just like fold the curtain up as high as I can and like tie it through itself so this doorway is visible.
I mean, like it is. It's like a little hallway kind of thing.
And it was concealed by the curtain.
Yeah. But
I'm trying to expose it.
You have
so that
exposed
somebody else, so that if anybody else comes behind me.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
As I stagger, like knees like wobbling as I walk forward. The alcohol is both a benefit and a punishment. One, they don't hurt as much, but my balance is worse.
Mm-hmm.
As I sit here and make my way through this little broom closet, mud room, trying getting to the other door, I end up like kicking a bucket and knocking over the broom as I sit here and makes a loud clatter.
Okay.
Is there a handle on this door, or is it a push or a slide?
There is if you investigate the door, you will find that there is a round brass doorknob.
Okay. So, go ahead, open the door.
Okay. And as you do so, you are greeted with blinding light and a rush of smells and sounds. And as you stumble forward into this room, as you catch your bearings and your eyes adjust to this new light source, you find yourself back in the ballroom. The party is occurring around you as normal. There are dancers. There are fresh plates of food and wine and other drink. The candles are burning softly in the candelabras, the chandeliers above. The band is playing their hearts out in the corner, and you don't see your friends, but you can see towards the head of the ballroom near his fancy ass chair is Klaus, and he's speaking to a small group of fancy dressed people.
How many floors up is this ballroom? Like how many stories is it?
This is the main ballroom, so it's technically actually on the ground floor.
What's the height of the ceiling, and am I on the ground floor?
It appears that you are on the ground floor. Height of the ceiling is about...
Because I left the ground floor, went up at least 5 flights of stairs.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm back on the ground floor.
Yeah.
From a minimum of 5 stories up.
Mm-hmm.
The magic portals.
Hey, Connor. Hey.
Hey, yeah, that's me.
You want to play D&D?
I sure would love to. I've been looking forward
Cool.
to this all day.
Oh no. Okay.
What game is it?
This is Between the Prose. You're playing Love
I got my note page.
Klovenhuden, or whatever the fuck her last name is.
Sure.
I'm running to rescue everyone from getting milked.
Danny's running. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My
Well,
face too.
I would call
I
that some
told
curse knowledge,
Borealis.
but that's okay.
I told Borealis they're gonna milk the blood. They're gonna milk everyone's blood.
I think
Everybody's gonna
that's
get milked.
technically probably accurate.
No, it's accurate.
Cool.
You never said blood,
Okay.
but
You never said blood.
Well, I mean, contextually, it only makes sense. Blood
I
was the
believe
thing.
you.
With a verb like milk, I gotta tell you, dude.
Hey,
Ah!
We got
honestly,
concerned.
First one that pops in mind.
no, totally does. You just need to watch the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Even though that's not what I was
I'd rather.
referencing, they very much they were like.
It came out eventually that way.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, Connor,
Yes.
I explained to our other friends earlier that when you got here, you and I were going to jump backwards in time for a little bit.
Cool. Works for me.
So that we could do your scene real quick. And while the information that I'm about to give you was given to Kundar in a similar fashion, you are privy to additional knowledge before Kundar goes into the study where you and Larissa and Matthias are. Sound good? Cool. So we're going to do what is now my favorite thing to do.
Kick everybody out.
Kick everybody out.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, love. Larissa looks to you with determination and begins to say, "There's something you have to understand about Borealis. And I need you to be so careful with this information that we are going to tell you."
I'm listening.
Long ago, there were a mixture of elves and nymphs that coexisted in our world. And as the years went by, they commingled and cohabitated and mated with humans to create half-breeds, offspring, descendants, all throughout the years. This has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. Until they were hunted to extinction. For the gods of our world, they decided to take away the gifts, the magic, the powers that they had granted everyone of this land. The nymphs and the elves, they had it ingrained in their blood. They were direct kin from those gods from all those years ago. But the humans created more and more atrocities that the gods no longer wanted to be a part of or stand for. And so the gods took away their gifts, and the humans grew angry. And I am saying this as a human, but they are the worst monsters that have ever been plagued upon this world. They were like children. They wanted their toys back, so they groped and they killed and they hunted for any scrap of power that they could obtain from the innocent. And as the years went on, the numbers dwindled. I just got that notification from Dan putting something in conspiracy time. Oh, it was an image. Sorry. 10:22. Uh, where was I? Larissa coughs into her hand and says, "Oh God, excuse me, sorry, allergies." Now, where was I in my story?
I believe you're talking about how man is the worst monster, and that they
Oh yes,
groped and killed and hunted for any scrap of
Mhm.
power.
Correct. Yes, yes, yes. Truly the worst. Um, the numbers dwindled for these individuals who carried the god's blood inside their bodies, inside their veins, until we thought that there would only be, well, we didn't even think that there would be any left. And I would like to say that we were surprised when Klaus returned with Borealis in tow. Instead, we were, and she kind of motions to Matthias, instead, we were horrified because that meant that our efforts to keep her safe were all for naught. What we were surprised with, however, was you, love, and your friends who joined Klaus and Borealis. I'm sure you figured out by now, and I'm sure the Borealis has told you, but my husband and I were the ones who took care of Borealis all those years. We were appalled, to say the least, about what our ancestors, our own fathers and grandfathers had done over the years just to gain a little power, and we wanted to be better than them. And so we tried to keep her safe. But our duty was to our king. And he was so sickly. And I knew that if we had allowed him to die in his childhood, that his mother and father would do far worse things to us, and then Borealis would be gone, would be left to fend for herself, and she was just a baby and she couldn't survive on her own. So we did what we had to do. But we thought we could just spin tales of, oh, it was herbs, oh, it was clean drinking water, it was a healthy diet, and he wouldn't find out what the actual source of his what his health was. But well, now that you're here, obviously we were wrong. But now we need to ask you for a favor. And that is, and at this point is when you hear from the other side of the door a soft knock. And a moment later, not even a moment later, 2 seconds later, Rainier opens up the door, and standing on the other side is Kundar. And now we're all together again on the same
Yay.
stage. Yay!
With that interruption, can I insight check?
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it. You want to insight check
Specifically,
Larissa?
yeah, I want to see, or I mean, I say insight check. My goal is to determine if I can feel an amount of the level of truthfulness that can come off of her. Whether that's insight or anything else, you let me know. But I specifically I want to know, does she believe what she's telling me, or is this like a rehearsed speech kind of thing?
Damn, you think that was rehearsed? Please, that
What?
was off the dome, bitch. Yeah, you could do insight.
Okay, then I shall. I was also just checking to see if I had anything. Hi, little one. If I had anything extra for
Hi,
my
pup.
things, but I don't. She's going for my pizza, and she's not gonna get it.
She's gonna get it.
She's not. A 9.
A 9.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Whee!
You know where Bogo is?
Where?
She's
in
very
the tree?
sweetly. She's very sweetly under my desk on my footstool,
Aw,
just wrapped in a little croissant, taking a nap.
cute.
Yep, it's my child. With a 9, you're not sure.
Inconclusive. I like it. Okay.
Inconclusive data.
Yeah. Okay. I think I will eyeball Rainier
Okay. You can.
in like.
He's standing in front of the door.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like. My eyes will shift from Larissa, right, with an L.
Mhm.
Yeah, my eyes will shift from Larissa over to Rainier and bore into him of like, what?
No. Can't remember my alphabet. Sorry, say that one more time. I got distracted.
I'm gonna been glaring at Larissa and then shift over to Rainier and glare at him of like, what?
What? Kondar wanted to come inside. I let him inside. He was worried that we had kidnapped you and that we were holding you against your will. And in a show of good faith, it's untrue. And therefore, here we all are. Enjoying the study, looking at books, maybe having some tea.
Larissa, if what you're saying is true, then you have a decently sized problem here.
I would say so.
Somebody shared your secrets.
Yep.
And out of curiosity, get it as I hold a cat.
As
Out of
the old-
curiosity,
Don't eat my dice. Okay.
and Love's gonna wrap her fingers around the staff again, and lean into it. Rest your hand or rest cheek on hand. Who do you think shared those secrets?
And Matthias coughs into his hand and looks sheepish and says, "It was my fault, but not for the reasons that you think." I left one of our journals out. We keep a log of how much blood we take from Borealis and any herbs that we mix in with it to try and keep Klaus and anybody else who might come across it off our trail. And Klaus found it.
I see. All right. I'll level with you both.
Oh, there was another
I don't
warning
really know what
that
to
I
think.
forgot to mention.
Hmm.
This is coming from Finn, the DM. Was Larissa had told both you and Kundar that since y'all can do magic, you are both in very grave danger. Especially because you love are not human, and you can do magic.
So, I'm curious, you both. I'll eyeball over to Rainier, not really knowing exactly how much he knows, but also realizing it's not really my place to care about that in this moment. I'm curious. Do you recognize how bad you both look right now?
Oh, incredibly.
You kept a girl locked up in a tower for her entire life, running experiments on her and gaslighting her into believing things about herself or things about her existence, denying her ability to live her own life. That goes beyond caretaking, and that's a problem. I was raised in a monastery, and I was raised among some of the greatest thinkers and librarians and philosophers, educators, teachers, people who have a passion for sharing information. And I tended to butt heads with them, if you will, over a few choice philosophies, let's call them. And that's normal for myself as well as many of my fellow students. She'll kind of like curl a hair a little bit, a little distracted for a moment. But there was one thing that always irritated me in that I felt once you start denying people their ability to live their lives, that crosses a line. And now you expect a favor from me and from my friends to cover up your mess, to hide your history, to put this girl back in your care. What's your goal here?
We want her to be safe,
Uh-huh.
and we wanted you to take her away from Klaus almost any means necessary.
I see. I'll look over at Rainier. And what do you think about this, Sir Knight?
I think she's too good of a person to be tied to that piece of shit of a king for her entire life.
Mhm. Well then, who's your next monarch? Who's next in line?
No one.
So topple a kingdom then. Have 4 strangers from out of bounds emerge from the
No,
woods
no.
with a
I'm so
mysterious
sorry.
girl.
I'm so sorry. What I think you misunderstood when I said almost any means necessary. I was hoping that there would be no regicide, which I'm so terrified to say while Dan is not having his headphones in,
I can still hear.
because now I know that
Oh,
Dan
okay,
is
cool.
immediately going to go regicide.
Well, I
Well-
mean, that's why I put that helmet on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm running with intent already.
Yeah, Love will put up a hand, be like, I assure you, the concept of regicide is already in play here. All right,
That
right now we're just
terrifies-
talking damage
Look.
control.
A
That
commoner
terrifies
gets in my
me.
way. Out of my way!
To no end. I would like you to know that. But no, what I mean by almost any means necessary is that there's another key factor in this, and it is that if you try to kill him in any way other than a very specific way, then, and at this point you hear the tinkling of a bell from across the castle, and it shuts her up immediately. And you see her look panicked, and she glances back to Rainier, and then back to you, Love, and then
The
to
cows have
Kundar.
come home to roost.
That's
My
not how
God.
any of that works.
And you can hear Rainier shift in his armor as he goes from crossing his arms to having his arms at his side again. And he says, "We need to go, but I'll try and buy you time." And he leaves the room. And as he closes the door behind him, you hear Matthias sigh, and he affixes his mask back to his face, and he begins to walk across the room towards the door. And Larissa swallows hard, and she looks to both Kundar and Love and says, "We never spoke." And she puts her mask on and she leaves the room as well.
Love will look at Quendar. What the fuck was that?
I'm just going to pretend Kunda's just in a bit of a daze. Just, and I'll probably say to Love, do you want? I'm going to suggest that we leave like now. Just leave.
Yeah, that seems. Yeah, let's I guess follow him.
You have Love. We're safe. For now.
For now.
Yeah, yes, but be cautious of the king.
Of course. Oh, Borealis safe.
Move on, by the way, the milking's starting. There's a gardener at the throat.
Gardner just goes through the window. We all hear Wilhelm scream.
No.
Quenda,
Gross.
is Borealis going to be safe?
There's gonna milk everyone's blood.
I have no idea.
Oh God.
Ask Love.
Mordell, they're safe. We are still moving.
I heard the
Getting out.
bell.
Yeah.
It ain't over until the bell rings again.
Crying.
Mordell, you may have to commit another foreskin.
Ah, shit. All right. I haven't cut somebody in half in the last 24 hours. My axe is itching for some action.
Borealis behind Morna was like, "Who are you talking to and what does that mean?"
It means things are happening. Shit's about to go down.
Oh, Jesus Christ, is what Finn says. Okay.
Bad guys are in there. And my axe kills bad guys.
So I'm at the ballroom now. When all this conversation was happening, I would have. I don't know specific information to do that plan, so I'm gonna retract that. At that time, I would have been still looking for a way to try and get closer to the ping I'm getting from Love's amulet.
Okay. Okay, so we will resolve these two things in order. As you stumble into the ballroom and your eyes adjust and you find out that you are, in fact, in the ballroom, your locate object pings you to 11:30, 12 o'clock. And you might remember, I can't remember if you were, if Quill was in the room, but when Larissa, Matthias, and Love and Rainier left, they went out a door in the side of the Bapadaboopy. The side of the room, there's a door, and then Love did a little sigil, so you can even see a little glowing sigil from Love sparkle up above with the candlelight.
Let it go.
And as you begin to walk through the ballroom, disturbing dancers and partygoers as you just casually stroll,
We're
you.
doing it across the edges of the room, not through the middle of the dance floor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought Quill would have been like, "Fuck all y'all." My bad.
Quill is trying to be as his costume is ostentatious, but he's still trying to be as nonchalant as possible.
Sure. Yeah, he's trying to fit in with the crowd. As you walk, you can see Klaus finish his conversation with the people that he was talking to, and then wave over a servant who carries a silver tray with a crystal bell on top of it. And as the servant approaches, Klaus nods his thanks, takes up the bell, and rings it. And after a few seconds of recognition, the band quiets down. And I'll just read what I wrote. Oh no, I can't read that yet. The band quiets down, and most conversation ceases. It is at this point that Dan, Mordau, and Borealis finally make their way down the stairs and are in the hallway that is still kind of populated with other people. And Borealis, a little out of breath, goes, "Mordau, can we just hold on for a second?"
Bust through the doors. Are we in like the big main area?
You're not in the main like ballroom area, but you're in kind of one of the adjoining corridor like hallway areas. There's a lot of artwork in here. This is the same hallway that going further down is where Love and Kundar branched off to go into the study.
They might already be out of blood.
No, can we stop and talk for just a second and like get our heads in order and just see what's going on?
I haven't even collected heads yet.
Why are you collecting heads?
Because bad guys aren't bad guying.
How do you know that?
I'm getting the messages.
Who? From who?
If only, you know what? I should have just told Quill to message you. That way you didn't think I'm just crazy. Okay.
I don't think anything could change my mind on that right now.
Not even if messages went into your head and you could hear as well?
Mordau, did you hit your head? Are you okay?
I'm not going to let you gaslight me anymore.
Genuinely concerned about you.
That's fair. I'm genuinely concerned about you too. Now let's go.
Oh, wait. And at this point, as you begin walking again,
I will tie you on my back if I have to.
I don't like the concept of that. That's very scary.
I make a good. It's a reverse Birkin. It's fine.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you saw me. You saw me have Skippy on my chest earlier.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but you're on my back.
Okay.
You have free agency to move your arms. You could swing at things if you need to.
All right.
Would that make you feel more comfortable?
No.
I mean, you wouldn't have to run as much, and you'd be protected by me.
I just don't understand fully what's happening.
Okay.
Mordau, what's happening?
On the back.
What are you?
There you go. It's okay.
She screams a little bit like as you do this because she's so not used to this type of thing. And at this point, Rainier walks down the hallway and is shaken from his reverie and looks over. He says, Hey, wait, Mordat, what are you doing to Borealis?
She's on my back for protection.
Why does she need protecting?
Do you know if you weigh more or less than those wolves that I threw?
In armor or out of armor?
Honestly, doesn't matter for me.
More.
Okay. Well, that just gave me more of a challenge. So unless you want that answered, you're gonna get out of my way.
No, hold on. Mordat, stop. Okay, I need to take Borealis. We have been summoned.
I'm taking her.
Okay, if you want to take her to the ballroom, fine. Borealis, do you feel safe with Mordat? And Borealis is like, I don't know anymore.
This is fair. Where are my compatriots?
Love and Quenda are behind me. They should be following me with Larissa and Matthias.
Larissa and Matthias, do they have any medical history? Do they always travel together? Have you ever seen them go out here in outfits?
Well, they're married and they're not nudists.
Outfits as in witch doctor outfits.
Witch doctor?
I showed a picture that I drew.
No.
You've never seen these outfits before? Ever?
I can't say that because, I've read books before. But, I've never seen them in those outfits.
Okay. All right.
Listen, can I just take Borealis, please?
I'm already taking her.
Oh,
we're going.
Okay. Borealis goes, Mordat, please. Can you please let me go? Just let me
until
down.
Until we get this straightened out, I think it's best that I protect you like that.
No, I don't like this. Please just put me down.
Please, Borealis, I don't want to have any chance that you can get hurt in any way when things go to shit.
I'm not going to get hurt. Please.
Let's just check on Quill and Love first, and then I'll put you down. How about that?
This is embarrassing for me, Mordat, please.
Honestly, it's gonna be more embarrassing when the egg falls on your head, on your face, and
why would an egg fall on my face?
It's a figure of speech.
Okay.
The figure of speech.
Grrr.
My axe is getting really upset.
That's just Skippy growling.
My ex is getting really upset that killing hasn't started yet.
I don't understand what that means, Everyone says. Yeah, no, that's a little concerning thing to say, Mordo. Here. Okay, Love and Kondar are over that way. They went to the study. We can go to them together.
Okay.
But then Borealis and I need to go back to the ballroom. Okay?
I'm not making any promises.
I need you to let me help her.
Right.
I know you're not going to trust me, but you can trust me.
Let's go to Quill and Love first.
Oh, okay. I don't know where Quill is, but okay. We can go to Love and Quindar. Okay. And he backtracks and he takes you to the study. And you pass by two individuals who look quite shaken, and Rainier just kind of goes like, and then continues on.
They're shaking looking at us, or just shaking in general that they're shaking?
Just shaking in general.
And do they sit here and just pass by a person who is freaking 9 feet tall without notice? Talk about
I mean,
blood of the gods. I mean,
he's being
he's
noticed.
he's a freaking giant.
I know he's being noticed. He's being remarked as a tall fellow.
A tall fellow, Shaquille O'Neal or Yao Ming. Mordau makes them look tiny.
My
He knows
tribe.
who Shaquille O'Neal is in this world.
I'm just saying, Mordau is literally a whole torso taller than every person they've ever met.
I'm aware.
I told her my backstory. I told her that my tribe thought I might have been a descendant or a thing sent down from my giant gods.
Yeah.
A
I'm
big
aware.
guy.
Let the story play out.
Okay.
All right. I hear your questions, and they probably won't get answered, but I've got answers for them.
They didn't recognize me because I have a mask on.
Yeah, that's why. Maybe this is just like two tall people sat on top of each other's like shoulders, wearing a trench coat. We don't know.
2 goblins in a trench coat.
Yeah, maybe it's two goblins in a trench coat. We don't know.
I've got those dogs in me.
Yeah, maybe he got them wolves in him. We don't know. All right, so Rainier shows you to the study where Love and Kundar are inside.
Hey guys. Cat.
Cat.
There was a cat in the study.
There was a cat in the study.
There's also a few work calls that have to get made really quick. So talk amongst yourself.
Okay.
Why can't just tell them to deal with it?
That's literally what I'm doing.
Quindar, is it safe for Borealis to leave?
He just gives a just 50-50 shake.
Kumsi kumsa.
All right. I guess I'll be there in a minute.
Okay. Rainier says, "Can I take Borealis?" What are you doing, Mordau?
I'm just sharpening my axe.
Mordau, why are you sharpening your axe?
I'm
That's
gonna
so threatening.
I'm gonna cut a lot of wood later.
Why? We have stable boys to do that for us.
No, not as good as I do. I cut
Okay,
cut the tree straight in half.
Do you want a job in the stables?
No. I'm okay. I'll see you later.
Can I take Borealis with me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I pick her up a little bit more gentler than that.
Like in Paper Mario when you select the character.
No, I pick her up with 2 arms.
She flails a little bit as she is moved around. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Mordau. And she looks at Rainier. She says, I'd like to go to the party now, please. And Rainier nods and he bows at the waist and he extends his hand to her, which she takes, and the two of them leave. Oh no, I think it's just you and me, Erica.
What happened?
I think Dan froze. Connor just got done with his phone calls. Okay, cool. So it's the 3 of us.
At this moment, though, does Quill make his way through the paths now, noticing that Love had marked her path?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Sorry. Yes. Oh, bye, Dan.
So we're all now reconnected.
I would say yes. As you walk through this hallway, underneath the sigil that Love had previously placed on the wall, after a moment or two, you see Rainier and Borealis walk down that same hallway, and Borealis kind of waves timidly, and
Does she know what costume I'm
Rainier.
in?
No, she wouldn't. So she would just not even acknowledge you. Thank you for correcting me. And then Rainier just kind of continues on because he doesn't recognize you either. Full face obscured. But as you walk through the hallway, oh, she's doing stuff over there. You are continued to be pulled by your locate object, and it is getting stronger and stronger as it finally leads you down one hallway and then another hallway until you're standing in front of a large wooden door. You got a 16, which means that I get to tell you things about your helmet. Thank you for reminding me. While I look that up, you are arrived at this lovely study. The door is open, and inside you can see your 3 friends.
Are you all right?
Whoa! Oh, you look different. Yeah, no, we're yeah, for now. I'm pretty sure some shit's about to go down, just as like kind of a general thing right now. So
What
yeah,
happened?
quick little recap. The 2 advisors here, they're the 2 that were taking care of Borealis down in the tower, because this world doesn't have like gods and deities anymore, and so it's all like diluted through bloodline kind of thing, because there were non-humanoids kind of like us way back in the day that had blood of the gods, but now they don't have magic and they're all human, and like it's just kind of weird. Not really 100% sure how accurate that is, like totally, because it is coming from those 2, which I don't fully trust them, but they are the ones who are taking care of Borealis, and then Rainier is also attached to that, and it seems like Klaus is a piece of shit. But they've warned us about full regicide, so we should stop Klaus by almost any means necessary. And I think that's everything you need to know right now about that.
I mean, I could kill him by looking at him if I can get within 60 feet.
Yeah, but I also kind of feel like
I could just give him an aneurysm.
Cool, but I don't know why they're so hesitant about the regicide aspect. So I think we might want to maybe test the waters to see why these theoretical rebellious individuals are against the regicide aspect before we just like become pawns for their whole game without us, doing the research first. You know what I mean?
Little
Because
regicide.
I'm not opposed to it, but I'd like to make an informed decision. The what? Now what?
We can't toe dip into regicide.
Yeah. So like, I want to make an informed decision before we get to that point.
Who takes over now?
I just feel like
who takes over now if Klaus goes away?
That's a good point.
Yeah, see, that's the thing they didn't say. So like, could be a bigger problem, and I don't really want to have to become somebody's, pawn in a world that we don't really have any stake in. So I just want to make sure that we kind of get this story right moving forward here. You know what I mean?
Can we take Bore out of this story?
I don't
I
know.
try to do that.
You
Do you
already
have
tried.
a really big bag, Mordau?
I do.
I mean, if she were to happen to,
I was literally going to do that whenever everything was falling apart.
yeah, if she were to trip and stumble and fall into your
The
bag,
burlap sack, yes.
yeah, and then if a couple of us were to cast 1984 around here,
I don't know what that means.
burn the book.
In character. I don't know what that
Oh.
means. Out of character. That's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
As we are, this is all still very hypothetical. I have no idea if it would work.
But, like, I don't know. I kind of
Now,
would.
I do have another horrible plan. I could just pretend to be God.
I'm sure we'll be hearing about that for weeks.
It's not the first time I've done this trick.
Of course.
It's the secret to every good con.
I mean, why don't I just pretend to be God?
Can you fly?
No, but I can get real big and I can yell to the
I mean,
to the amount of about a mile.
that is also quite beneficial and helps prove the story.
I get
I mean, you
big.
could all just pretend to be gods, but that's just me.
I'm just, yeah, we could all pretend to be gods.
Is that
Quindar,
how we're doing it?
maybe.
Quindar, you
Quindar,
can
do you
make
have anything that, yeah, just makes you?
he can make his eyes glow. I've seen it.
We may need something a little more impressive than that.
I mean, there's gods that they just do something, you know? Fairy
Quindar,
fire.
can you
Can we
can you
cast fairy
vanish?
fire on him?
No.
You talking to me?
Yeah, can you just vanish from sight?
Yes. More or less.
It's so freaking cool.
If could you do it on command?
Yes. Then it's specific you want me to do?
If I put on this play, you might be the god of thieves. Mordau, the god of strength. Love, darling, do you have anything
Love your what?
extremely ostentatious that you could do? Fireballs,
I think I can figure something out. Why? What are you thinking?
I think that we are the gods, and we aren't happy.
You know, whenever I looked at my thaumaturgy earlier, all I could think of was me yelling, Zeus! And I looked up God of Strength, and the first thing that comes up is Kratos.
Hell yeah.
Now, if this plan's going to work, if you are concerned with the idea that, oh no, I shouldn't be doing that, that is too much, it is over the top, that's what you need to be doing. Whether it's thaumaturgy or whatever, holding balls of fire in your hand, levitating, any form of anything.
I mean, whenever I rage, my runes glow and my eyes glow.
All of that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
If you think
Here's my
that that's
question.
ridiculous, it's too much, I shouldn't. No, do it.
But is this to scare Klaus specifically?
It's to scare everyone in the kingdom. We haven't gone entirely. We backed
So
away
the other
to
side.
see what they would do.
Okay, it's to see what they will do is the other part of this I'm a little worried about, because Larissa was also telling a story about how it seems that the humans and stuff here have developed a bit of like a hungry, consuming attitude when it comes to magics.
We
And
can
so
call
we're
the
not-
bluff.
we've got
We're not
yeah,
happy.
but also like it's 4 of us versus a herd of potential people, and that's a lot of innocence to put the blood on the hands for.
Hey, they're the ones
So
that have the hunger.
That's the point. This is
yeah,
a
but
con.
everyone experiences hunger, Mordo. Okay, but at what point do we then back out of the con? What happens if they call the bluff? What happens if they rush us? What happens if they love Klaus more than they, respect the theoretical power of the gods?
Then we 1969 this bitch. Right?
I don't even know what that means.
Sort of.
But like, I know
Do
that
you
this is just a story, but at the same
Mordo,
time,
no, that's it. It's a story. We tell
Yeah.
a story. If it starts to go sideways, we show them it's a story. Remember what happened, Mordau, when you showed, when you started telling Bore this is a story, and the world started to collapse around them?
I was the one that did that, but yeah, I was there.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was love.
Yeah, wasn't me.
So let's tell the story. Watch their world crumble around them. They aren't important people. They're all just people in our story. We could destroy this world in an instant.
Quit. We were friends the other day.
Get him, Ziggy.
Now do you see?
I still don't know if this is the direction that we want to go in.
Worst
feel
case scenario. Worst case scenario in that plan is everyone's shaken, and we use that opportunity for Quenda to go over, sneak around, get Bore, and exfiltrate.
Honestly, I feel like this just kicks things off because we know they're going to get evil. And honestly, these people killed all people like you and me and Quindar. And they're kind of drunk. They've got an addiction, and we are the people that are what's that word when intervention. We're doing an intervention.
But that wasn't these people. That was their ancestors. They've grown up on these stories, on these tales about what magic is capable of doing, what magic is capable of doing with them or for them, and that's this seems to be too many variables here. Like I don't know. If our goal here is to get Bore out, we also don't even know what's going to happen to her if we do get her out of this story. She might turn to paper. We don't know.
Yeah, but then
And
we'll
as
jump into
far as-
another story, and then she'll turn into a regular person.
That is an interesting hypothesis, yes.
Just nobody's crinkle her up or anything. A folder. If she does become paper.
I've got a scroll case. I think this plan is bad enough it might work.
Or just a little bit of a timeout here. It might just be bad.
But
But
what
if this is the only plan we've got,
I mean, we've got like a.
Plan B is Mordau kills everyone.
Whoa. I'm just thinking in sense of this, we've got this carriage problem. And the carriage could either run over Borealis or it could run over everyone else. And honestly, come to case, I like Borealis a little bit more than these people that have based their foundations on blood. I mean, we can just let it play out.
We know what's going to happen to Bore if we do nothing. I can't do nothing again.
I don't think it's about doing nothing, but I do think it's about doing the right something, you know? I don't know if we can... I don't know morally
Do you know the right
if
something?
we can kill or defend ourselves against all of these people here in this story. They don't seem to be scripted players. They seem to be in their own world. They seem to be making their own decisions, interacting and aware of themselves. There's nothing to say that they don't have any more or less right to exist than us, but we are the interlopers here. If we go into this guns blazing, that is a lot of innocent blood, and I can't stand by that.
You've got a lot of aristocrats in mass to hide their identities, probably about to enjoy in some like bowls of blood. I don't 100% think that they're innocent.
But we don't have any evidence of that. We have evidence of one individual being questionably bad, and we have evidence of two individuals also being questionably bad for different reasons. That's it. That's 3 people. 3.5 you include Rainier, because jury's still out on him as far as I'm concerned. But that's the only evidence that we have to solve this mystery. We have one girl who was locked in a tower and abused, and that is our goal, is to keep her safe and make sure her story is secure. But everything else here seems to be very, very shades of gray. We don't even know. We just don't know.
What we do know is that the library will be destroyed if we don't unfuck this situation.
Yes, and I'm not saying we keep the situation fucked. I'm saying that we solve the fucked situation with an appropriate response and not just murder the entire party, even if they are aristocrats, and I too wish to eat the rich. However, this is not the platform to do that at this time in this environment without any kind of evidence to any kind of wrongdoing.
I can non-lethally split them in half.
How?
I give them a splitting headache.
All right.
Love,
Valid.
You're not actually capable of committing murder. Murder is defined as one human being killing another human being. Anybody you kill here is not murder. You're a tiefling.
Got you there.
First off, that's racist and problematic. Second off, that's not how murder works at all.
No,
will not take away anyone's ability to choose their life.
But it's a storybook.
We're talking about a world filled with kings
we are not
and
story
nobles.
characters in our own book.
No, we're the story characters in someone else's world.
Yeah. So are you saying that we have any more or less right to live than these innocent people down here? Without any more evidence of wrongdoing, any more evidence.
So when you look at a book, you know there's a beginning and ending, right? But there's also... Yes. It's constantly both at the beginning and the end because it is in its own time perspective.
Yes.
So
but
while
we
yes,
do not belong here.
Right. No, I got that. We belong in the place that is
Well, then
being
I get
potentially.
the map to succeed.
I just think, while yes, maybe some people do die, in the sense of it is a very small blip of their life that they're dead compared to the life that everything before this.
You're not wrong.
I just think, where do you think we are going to find the answers? Because we have talked to the people that could have answers, and they all gave us bad answers.
Yes. I
Either
know.
they gave us bad
I-
answers or we aren't asking the right questions.
And the cows
We
have come
do
home
know.
to roost.
Close enough.
I heard
Point
that.
is, the number one thing is we have to get Borealis safe. Second is if we don't want to have to kill anyone, then the con has to work. That's the only way that we're going to be able to cow that many people, including His Majesty. Other than that, it will become a fight.
I will not be killing innocents without any kind of evidence. I will defend myself, and I will defend my friends, and I will defend Borealis, but I will not condone any killing of innocents,
That's the spirit. I
no matter
didn't
how
either.
rich they are.
I mean, honestly, that's fair. You'd be a psychopath if that's what you were doing. I didn't kill any innocents the last book. Did you not see me knock out those guards or scare them away? I told them, you guys have a job to do. I understand that. Go. And they still try to stab me.
And that's just rude.
What do you mean? That them
Well,
trying
what they
to stab
did,
me?
them trying to stab you.
100%.
That's rude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty rude, but I just used that energy and I just put it into me cutting people's heads off. But yeah, I think we just go in there, we tell them what we got, and say, you guys, we are, give them that, what's that one story where the ghosts come back to haunt the rich people?
That's more than one story, but
It was that rich bureaucrat in Neverwinter, and his past,
Oh!
present, and future came.
Yes, the winter solstice story.
Yeah, the Winter Solstice story.
Yes.
Where are the ghosts
Got
of
it.
the past? Come in and say, you feasted on the blood of our children years ago. We've come to halt that. Any innocent that wish to be free of judgment, leave. But the king has his scales to be judged by.
Mm.
I mean, I think that'll scare people away.
That is pretty scary.
I do have thaumaturgy. I can yell like to a mile. Very booming voice. I can make the flames flicker too. Quindar can turn invisible. Not to say that. I mean, that is going to spook them a bit. Don't know how that will play into the intimidation, but maybe maybe you turn invisible and then you sneak up on them.
You all hear the tinkling of a bell in the distance again.
Well, what are we gonna do?
We don't have a proper plan. Say fuck it and wing it.
Quintet's gonna butt in and say, "Love, mind you, they haven't seen what I actually look like. So
That's
if
a
you
very good
want
point.
to use, yeah." So if I create a distraction, you grab her and flee.
Okay. Yeah, I think if the two of us are on Bore detail, I will float between team distraction and team grab and go. If you're primary grab and go, and then you two are primary distraction, I think that's probably going to be the best setup that we could possibly have.
Yep.
Y'all to exfiltrate Bore. More down I and make sure nobody's coming after you. Just wait for the signal. And Quill starts walking into the room. This time, instead of trying to keep any of his motion slight,
Mm-hmm.
he lets his boots click hard on the floor and just starts cutting through the middle of the room over
Okay.
to 60 feet for the king to make his announcement.
For Quill to make Quill's announcement to the king?
Let's hear what the king says first.
Okay, cool beans.
I
Is
get the signal,
anybody-
I'll bust through the door.
Okay. Is everybody going towards the ballroom?
Yes. Love will go into the ballroom as well, separate from Quill. And try and stay closer to. Yeah, I'll go in but be separate.
Okay. Cool beans. So, you all enter the ballroom, and you find that there is not a goddamn thing going on. Everybody is still, as their rapt attention is on Klaus, who stands at the head of the ballroom. The tinkling of the bells alert the band to cease their songs and pulls the attention from conversations and dancing to the head of the room, a single throne sitting upon a circular dais. Klaus stands there with his dark blue finery. He holds a silver bell in one hand and Borealis's hand in his other. He smiles happily at the assembled audience. "My friends," he says, "I thank you all for joining us this evening, and on such short notice. The reason for this gallant party is to celebrate my return, both physically and to my health, and for my engagement." He motions to Borealis with the hand holding the bell. "Many of you know I had made a promise many years ago to never seek out true love. After the passing of my parents, I never thought it would be possible to experience a love as pure as what they had. But I'm pleased to say I stand corrected. Bore has given me the ability to admit to that wrong. Though we have only known each other for a brief time, one might say thanks to her, I've been able to see the world with open eyes." Oh no, I read that wrong. I'm so sorry. "Though we have only known each other for a brief time, one might say, thanks to her, I've been able to see the world with open eyes." He pauses to chuckle and accepts a goblet of wine from a nearby servant. You can see now that all of the servants are passing out goblets of wine to everybody, and even invite you all to take one as well. If wine is not your flavor, they have other hard liquors as well as water and juices. As everybody grabs their drinks of choice, Klaus turns back to Borealis, and he says, "I love you, Bore." She blushes and smiles, and to the crowd, he finishes, To the queen-to-be, and to the brave heroes who helped bring us together. And Klaus extends his hand with the wine to each of you in turn. Each of you in turn that he can see, rather. The assembled crowd turning to everyone that he motioned to and applauds. And after a moment of applause, Klaus calls the attention of the room once again, calls for another toast, and takes a hearty drink from his goblet. The crowd does the same, and Klaus dismisses them all to enjoy their evening once again. He takes Borealis' hand and leads her aside to begin meeting notable members of his court, who begin to congratulate them on their impending union.
My voice muffled by my helmet itself.
Just a little bit. It gives it like a tinny twang.
I need Klaus to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. For why? Oh no, I didn't put in his character sheet in Roll20. Oh well. Okay, cool. Spell save is 14.
Correct.
Okay. Let me check one thing for the boy.
I feel like he's not gonna give the jig up. He's lied this whole time.
What has he lied about? He hasn't lied about anything. What do you mean? Intelligence saving throw?
Yes,
We're not-
please.
We're not disappearing from the story, right?
Not that you can tell at the moment. Okay. He got 17 total.
Oh. So then nothing happens.
So then nothing happens. I'm so sorry.
Just stand there and let the scene keep playing out.
Okay. The party resumes around you all. Couples begin to dance. Food and drink is passed out again. She stole a D20 out of my tray. She almost got away with it too. Bullshit. No. You're just gonna perpetually cast Mind Spike, Adam?
Yeah, I just speak a few words softly in my helmet, and then all of a sudden he starts having an aneurysm.
Okay.
It's only if it succeeds. If it fails, he just doesn't notice.
Yeah.
14.
He succeeds again.
So, ma'am, you need to not. I'm trying to build drama and depth. You have so many toys in this house.
This is a Wendy's.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. She cares not. Okay. Refreshments are refreshed once again. Would anybody like anything to drink? There's water, there's juice, there's alcohol. What?
Love's gonna take a. At the initial offering, Love would have taken whatever vessel the water is in. What does it
Okay.
look like?
It looks like it's just like a champagne flute, but the servant who is handling it remarks that it is just water, and if you sniff it, they're correct.
Okay. And how many people are in the ballroom right now?
Like 50.
Okay. Can I see Rainier or Larissa or Matthias?
All three of them are up at the front of the ballroom. They were standing off to the side of where Klaus was, where you feel like is their designated spots as his inner court.
Mm-hmm.
She's stolen a pencil.
Yes. Yeah, Level start making her way through the crowd towards the three of them
Mm-hmm.
to see if they notice her.
Roll either investigation or perception. It depends on how stealthy you're trying to be with this. Perception, I would say, is like out of the corner of your eye. Investigation is staring directly at them.
I think it's definitely a like move with the crowd kind of situation.
Okay.
Mask is back down, so it's very much like in the peripheral, moving through. I'm not trying to cut straight across and draw extra attention. I'm just trying to enjoy the ebb and flow of the people here, hidden behind my mask, and it's the same mask I've been wearing this whole time. I hope that they recognize that it's me, especially after the conversation that we all had in the study.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say a perception.
Okay. Roll it.
It's thinking about it.
It's a 22.
Rolling.
Yeah.
They see you, but they are trying to pretend that they are not perceiving you, witnessing you.
Got it. Okay.
Witness me.
Okay.
Witness you.
I'm gonna end my circle. Are they like up on a platform, or are they like on the same physical level?
They're just on the same physical level.
Okay. Then I'm gonna end kind of against the wall, and swirling the flute. Still with my mask all the way down.
Right.
So I'd like to be able to, field of view wise, keep an eye on the Borealis, Klaus, and entourage kind of angle. And that will be my little spot right there.
Okay. Okay. As the night continues on, you see a few different kind of tableaus occur. One of them is that Rainier and Borealis begin to dance, and it's not so much of a formal dance as it is Rainier kind of sweeping her off of her feet and just spinning her around wildly. She appears to love it. She is laughing and howling, and after a few moments begging him to stop because she feels sick, and he laughs along with her, and he places her on the ground, and then he leads her into some more formal steps to the song that is playing from the band in the corner. During this interaction, keen-eyed viewers will notice that Klaus is staring at them intently, but he says nothing and he does nothing beyond talking to other members of his court. You notice that Larissa and Matthias barely move from their spot throughout the entire night. They are not eating anything, but they do have goblets of water held fast in their hands. Klaus takes the floor with Borealis a few times, but he is very unfamiliar with the steps, and he stumbles and steps on her toes a lot. But it's okay because she does the same to him. Why is Quill just still standing in the middle of the dance floor?
Because he hasn't moved since the announcement was made.
Okay. People are dancing around you. There are some more hoity-toity lords and ladies who are kind of sneering at you as the night goes on, but realizing that their efforts are in vain, give up and exit the dance floor to go visit other parts of the castle.
Do any of them touch me?
No. Nobody touches you.
Okay. Because anybody who
any-
touches me takes 10 points of cold damage.
Yep, nobody touches you. Does anybody else want to do anything fun?
3-point stance ready.
3-point stance ready? Okay. Where are you doing it at?
I'm just like in the hallway. I'm just ready to go as
You
soon
never
as.
even went in.
I
did you?
never went in.
You could see at some point that Rainier just like walks through the hallway and he's like, "Whoa, Mordai, what are you doing in here?
Don't worry about it.
Do you want something to drink?
Nope.
Do you
Brought my own.
want to
Pulls
go
out-
party?
Pulls out his big keg. Nope. I'm just chaperoning the hallway.
There's nobody in the hallway.
Yep. As there shouldn't be.
Cool. So you're doing a great job is what it sounds like.
No, you know what? You're doing a great job.
Hey, I appreciate that, Mordo. I sometimes I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that I try and do my job well. So it's really nice to hear someone say that for once.
I think the other part of the hallway needs to get chaperoned. I should go.
Okay, yeah. Best of luck.
Like walks 2 feet away.
Just 3-point stances again.
3-point stances.
Good for him.
Okay.
Good for him.
I'm gonna slice
And
in.
anybody else? No? Okay, cool. All right. That's good. That's good for me. Okay. So, here's what happens next. The partying continues. It's grand time. As the night stretches on, the stars are shining outside. The moon is bright. There's laughter and there's warmth. And the warmth is accentuated in this castle because of these special candles that have been burning from all of the different chandeliers and candelabras. It might have taken you a few minutes to place, but once you really kind of hone in on it, there's the unmistakable scent of cinnamon. It really brings out the warmth of this place. And as the cinnamon begins to fade away, as those wicks burn and that wax melts and dissipates into the air around you, the feeling of comfort is heightened in a way. Because the cinnamon is replaced with candles that smell of milk and honey and sweet roses. And as these candles burn longer and longer into the night, you start to feel yourselves become more and more at peace. You start to relax, and almost against yourselves, you start to grow tired. And it starts with, yes, Maximus?
Might I point out?
Uh-huh.
He can't be
I
knocked
can't
out.
be put to sleep by magic because I'm a drow.
I know you can't.
Do I just appear like I'm gonna fall asleep?
We'll get to that in just a moment.
And also, me being in the hallway, that I've made
Mhm.
sure not to be in the room. I'm just
Mhm.
like several feet away in the dark.
Right. What do you mean in the dark?
I made sure I'm just like out of sight, so whenever I come out, I can go big.
Yeah.
So, there's no candles around me.
Are you sure?
I made sure of it.
All
But
right.
I didn't ask you, but
No, it's fine. I'll just go fuck myself. It's cool. No, it's cool.
I should have asked.
No, it's fine.
I did make sure to stay out of the.
No, it's
I
What do
did.
you guys want to talk about for the next
I
14
did say I
minutes of
was.
game?
I did say I was in the hallway though.
That's cool.
But
There's
were
definitely no candles in the hallway.
Okay.
It's fine.
The candles make me sleepy.
No, why would they? Because there are no candles in the hallway.
I made sure
Love, where are you?
I was not drinking anything, so I'm like, as long as I'm in the dark, nobody can get me because I'm paranoid because of that book and being gaslit by Borealis.
Hey, Love, where are you?
Love has been more or less shadowing the group of advisors and Klaus and Borealis. So in the ballroom for sure. Very
Mhm.
specifically not drinking because that would involve
Uh-huh.
removing the mask, and I don't want
Right.
to do that. And also, Love is looking at this water and or whatever, going, I don't know about this, but is without a doubt breathing deep and enjoying that sweet, sweet aromatherapy.
Cool, cool,
So
cool.
you got me. That was good.
So as Quill and Love are in the ballroom, breathing in the sweet, sweet aromatherapy, they begin to get very, very tired. And eventually, they're not sure how, but they start blinking slower and slower. And eventually, everything grows dark for them. And they are lulled into a peaceful sleep.
Is that the signal?
Mordau, in your fancy little hallway.
I'm just in a dark hallway, just like. That's why I was like, whenever what's his name walked up to me, I would have just been like, "Don't bother me. I'm just in this creepy hallway." Like, I'm surprised he didn't make a point of being like, "You're just in here. Like, what? Why are you just in here?" Aside from asking me that, but I'm like, I'm not going out there. I'm ready for shit to go down so I could run in there. But I mean, I didn't tell him any of that.
So, I have a question though before all this part happened.
Yeah.
Has Klaus been making intelligence saving throws every 6 seconds?
I don't know. Have you been casting your fucking
The
mind spell
entire
every
time.
Piece of shit.
Every time. The whole
18.
night? The whole night?
Nat 20.
You're just waiting for a one failure?
16. Another 16. 19.
You just need to roll that
Got one success.
Then Klaus starts bleeding from his eyes.
Are you sure about that?
If he's not immune to psychic damage.
Oh, is it psychic damage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, he's fine then.
And it worked on psychic damage did hurt him before.
But that was whenever he didn't have the blood.
That was before he had his nighttime escapade.
What's exploding dice mean?
If you roll the highest number on that dice, it takes that and then adds another dice.
Oh, okay. So it's like kids with bikes.
So Quill and Love fall asleep.
Yeah, apparently I did.
Mordau, you're in this dark ass hallway. And you feel somebody tap you on the shoulder.
I just like very slowly turn my head.
You see a woman with bright red hair in a teal dress and a black lace mask. And she smiles at you and she says, "What are you doing here all by yourself?"
I'm chaperoning the hallway. Why aren't you in there?
"I was just passing through. I went to go see the artwork."
What artwork?
Oh, the artwork in the other hallway.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? You should go in
Quite
there.
good. Oh, well, I just got done in there. I was going to head back into the ballroom, but I noticed you here, so I wanted to say hello.
Yeah, I just came from the ballroom. Do I see Quill? I mean, whenever I was laser focused, did I see them going to sleep?
Nope.
I tell her, I say, I think just for the security of the party, I should stay in this hallway, just in case people get weird and they kind of stumble off and start making out or something. Don't want
Oh.
people making a mess in the hallways or anything like that.
Oh, that's true. You don't want to allow for any kind of debaucherous antics here. Oh, I'm Nightingale, by the way.
I'm Zeffy.
Pleasure to meet you, Zeffy.
You
And
too.
she extends her hand to you and then blows a powder into your face.
Can I hold my breath?
You can make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. Come on, 18 Constitution.
You cannot hold your breath.
All right. Well, if I'm not gonna hold my breath, am I gonna go to sleep instantly, or can I attack her with a one swing?
Because I am a gracious DM, I will allow you to make a attack at disadvantage.
Okay. Why did I do that? I meant to do this. All right, 24. This is a
24 hits.
all right. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use my Guile of the Cloud Giant to turn
Which
invisible.
Okay. What will that do for you?
I can teleport to an unoccupied space within 30 feet and turn invisible.
Okay. Nightingale's blood splatters against the wall.
Is she fine?
She's dead.
Oh, is she dead?
Fine. She's fine.
Okay, well,
Is
she's
she
not going to be
okay?
able to see. I'm going to just teleport like
Okay.
all the way down the hallway and just pass out there.
Okay. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Kundar.
Yep.
You are approached by a woman with very dark hair and very dark eyes. And the entire aura around her feels chitinous and vile and slippery. And as she approaches you, she tilts her head and she says, "Oh, child, things will get tough before they get better for you." And she extends her hand and places it over your eyes. And you too fall into a trance.
I'm not able to save because I can't be put into a trance because I'm a drow.
What is the drow sleepies? Is it not a trance? What is it? It's meditation?
No, I have. Depends.
They can't be roofied.
Yeah.
What if it's not a
Magical
roofie?
sleep can't put me. I have advantage. Sorry, let me check. Let me check for you.
Yeah, magic can't put half elves to sleep either.
Good thing it's not magic.
It's true.
That's true.
Okay, then if it's not magic, then it's. So is it magic, or is it just I just fall asleep?
It's not that you just fall asleep, but you are being compelled by your patron.
Okay, then I just fall asleep.
Hell yeah. That's my man.
We're about to be milked.
I'm
Oh,
canceling this
no.
game. I'm canceling this game. On the last day of Pride Month.
It's now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pride Month.
Done with all of you.
They're pretty much all the colors of the rainbow. What do you think about it?
Alright, I'm finishing the shit, and then I'm
Little
canceling the
Late's muted,
game,
my
and then I'll
back
see
hurts,
you all in
Squiggles.
2 weeks. You're all unconscious for one reason or another. Everything slips away from you. Until you each wake up in a dark bedroom with a shabby bed. I got an alert from my computer. A shabby bed.
It's milking.
Alright, that's it, everybody.
Go on, shabby bed.
Thanks for joining us for Between the Pros. I've been Finn. I'm your DM. You can catch me every other Monday on Vibe Tribe Productions as Penny in Gaia Chronicles. I'm also in Dan's game every other Wednesday-ish for Liminal Blink on Halfling
Thursday.
Wizard. I play Mr.
Every
Gentleman.
other Thursday.
Thursday. Sorry, I don't know what time is. And then you can catch me here every other Sunday, maybe, DMing Between the Pros. Everybody else say your outros.
Hi, I'm Erica. You can find me here every other Sunday. You can also find me every other Monday DMing Gaia Chronicles. We do have another game coming up in the near future called Metagame, where all of the players are isekai'd into a new fantasy world. Other than that, and another game is a homebrew Witcher 5e campaign called Tarnished Silver. You can find that on Hale_Munin on his channel on every other Saturday. We say Saturday, but it's very, very early Sundays. Yeah, I think that does it for me.
I'll go next. I'm just giggling over this. This was. I didn't think we would end on ominous milking, but I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go, you gotta go like that. Hi, I'm Connor. I've been playing Love, the Tiefling Fey Wanderer Ranger. You can find me here on Sundays playing this here game, or every other Sunday. You can also find me also on Vibe Tribe in Gaia Chronicles, right over there, where I'm playing Cypress the Apothecary, the alienist apothecary. And then you can find me one Sunday a month playing El Juego, which our next game is July 14th. I think. Pretty sure it's the 14th, but you'll know for sure if you just stay subscribed to everything, and that's the way you do that. You can also find me over on Liminal Blink, and you can find me in Riku's Codex Chaoticum. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that properly for the first time forever, where I'm playing Delta, who is, surprise, surprise, Love's boyfriend. And that is, the Liminal Blink is on Thursdays sometimes, and Chaos Chaoticum is Codex Chaoticum. Yeah, I fucked myself. That one, Riku's game, the roguelike game, is on Wednesdays, and beyond that, I think I'm forgetting one, but I think that's all of them. So yeah, thank you very much.
Hi, I am Maximus playing Kundar. And really enjoyed this campaign so far. But yet to see what was happening after the little interruption with Deanne.
The whoa! I wasn't the one that brought up the alert.
And yet, see you next time.
And I'm Dan. I want to note that I was completely sober during this. this
Somehow makes it worse for me.
I did not did not drink a single thing aside from this water. And I wanted to say you can find me on Gaia Chronicles on every other Monday, on here every other Sunday, and on the Liminal Blink every not this upcoming Thursday, but then next Thursday, and then every Thursdays after that. And yeah.
Right on. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll maybe see you in 2 weeks. Everybody, have a great remaining time of your Pride Night, and keep watching Vibe Tribe stuff. And yeah, have fun, drink your water and all that. And we'll maybe see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.